What is going on, people? Welcome to 5 Rounds. I am Wantali. We've got Mr. Drew in the building.
What's up? Moyo Panda. I just decided it's a new year, you know, I come up with a new name, whatever.
My God. Guys.
It's like New Year's resolution. I'm going to change my name to Moyo Panda.
I'm a change, man. I'm a change man.
Not R. Kelly style, but you know how it is. You know.
Yo, you're bringing up R. Kelly in comedy. What's going on here, man? What is going on? Guys in the comments, man. As you can tell, I am playing about this year. New year, new timing. On time. Michelle says, first one. Do I get a prize? No, you don't get a prize, Michelle. The baby high says, hey, hello. She says it again. You think if you say it twice, you're gonna get a prize? Nah.
Happy New Year.
RB says, is this 5 rounds on time? I'm saying we on time, man. On time. New 5 rules. Like Jim Dudes, this will fall off after a week. This guy.
Emotional damage.
Right, man. Listen, if you guys are new to the channel, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. So hit that like button, man, honestly. So today, what we're doing, we're talking about the top 5 comedians of all time, you know. We couldn't have timed it better either. It's going to be a little bit controversial, man, honestly. RB says he's changed his name to honor my panda dunks. Oh, my panda dunks. That's my fan right there. Okay. So top 5 comedians of all time. Guys, I want to ask you this because this is a very, very subjective, I guess you could say, topic. It's going to be very, very subjective. As you can see on the thumbnail, there's a lot of black comedians there because, you know, comedy is mostly what you can relate to or whatever it is you've seen growing up and all of that. So when we say top 5 comedians of all time, it is according to us. It's not like I'm sitting there going through some books and say, hey, yeah, this, that. Everybody might have a different list. You know what I mean? Here we go. Somebody saying Kevin Hart, you know.
Who says Kevin Hart?
Milk Flavor Soda says, I pray someone says Kevin Hart so I roast them.
Oh my God!
To be honest, yeah, I don't know about that.
Kevin is all right. He's still a number 2 though. Like compared to, compared to other stand-up comedians, like he's still a number 2. This is what the internet is saying though.
Oh, the internet! Oh no, the internet.
I mean, obviously, there's like a criteria how they choose which one is in the top, whatever. First of all, is money. I think who is making the most money. Yeah. I mean, stand-up, you have to make money. If you're making money in stand-up, that means you're good. If you're selling tickets, it means you're good. Kevin Hart, he's sold out. He's sold out all the time.
So you're saying Kevin Hart sold tickets because he's funny?
Yeah. I think so. I've seen him live. Here in Oslo, and he's a funny dude. He's a funny guy.
Oh, God. Okay.
I mean, he could get a little bit annoying at some point, but he's an annoying little guy. You know, short guys that can be annoying at some point. If they're trying to prove a point, most of the time they can get annoying. So he's like one of those.
Okay. Um,
Short, annoying guys.
short kings matter too. Apparently, Kevin Hart. People are vouching for Kevin Hart. Milk Flavor Soda says,
Oh.
"What's criteria?" Come on now. My favorite is Matt Rife. Matt Rife these days. Okay, I've never seen Rife. Have I seen Rife? My okay. Rife has
Oh,
insane crowd work. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, guys in the
yeah.
comments, guys who are watching this right now, right? What makes a good comedian to you guys? For me, it's the punchlines. It's the punchlines. Like if somebody's telling a story, what punchlines are you giving me? What facial expressions are you giving me? You know what I mean? And somebody who says something that's relatable as well, like you know, relatable to whatever it is they're talking about. You know, normally if that person has experienced it, they'll make a good joke out
Mm,
of it. But if it's somebody who's
mm.
biting or taking things from other people, I don't think it comes from the heart. I think comedy is like that. You know, for me anyway. That's what I think, man. That's what I think.
I think also, yeah, like you said that, like for me, stand-up comedy is telling a story.
Mm,
It's like writing a book. It's like doing poetry. It's like writing a movie. It's like making a film or making a song. You're telling a story. So if you're a storyteller and you can incorporate your way of making people laugh
mm,
in bringing out that truth that you have in you, that's the best stand-up comedy. And I think most of the guys who are like on top, they're original. Like Kevin Hart, for instance, he's talking about things that's
how
happening
many
with his
times
kids.
are you gonna mention Kevin Hart, man?
No, but I mean, let's just be honest. People hate on the guy, but let's
Yeah,
be
me,
honest. The
me,
guy
me.
that you
He's
you
not
hate on the
funny.
guy.
He's not
No,
funny.
he is funny. He is
What
funny.
he uses short jokes. Oh, because I'm short, he laugh at me. Ha 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 ha. Come on now,
Yeah,
that's
but
not
that's
creative, is
how
it?
that's how he looks like. That's how he looks like.
Hmm.
That's how he looks like. I could be making fun of my hair. I got funny hair,
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So
right?
you go funny here. We've laughed. What next? You know what I'm saying? Like this guy's signature is the fact that he's short. You know? Come on.
Okay. Okay. So okay, let me break it down this way. If you
Mm,
you 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 watch a lot of films, right? And
yes.
you have different directors who've made different films. For
Yes.
example, let me just give you a basic one. Steven Spielberg, for example. If you watch Steven Spielberg's films enough, you will understand that there's one underlying theme, which is family. a broken
Okay.
child a broken child coming from a broken family, looking for that, parenthood or that love from parents, whatever. All Steven Spielberg films are like that. So
Sounds
there's
like a
an
Disney.
underlying theme,
Sounds like a Disney
right?
movie.
Yeah, but Steven Spielberg is like that. If you look at all the films that he's made, it's pretty much that. There's something about his childhood that he probably was missing, that love from the
Mm,
parents or something. And that's
mm,
the underlying theme in most of his films. Same with Kevin Hart. His underlying theme is like he's short and he has problems fitting in, meeting guys like the what's his name? the the guy who used to be in wrestling, what's his name? Mr. Tough Guy. What's his name? Jeez.
mm.
What's the tough guy name? Um the guy with a funny face. The guy with the eyebrow.
The Rock.
What's this? The Rock. The Rock. The Rock. The Rock. The Rock, dude. I couldn't come up with that name. The Rock, yeah. So
Uh-huh.
he has issues. He has those issues. A short person everywhere you go. There's this inferiority complex, right?
Mm,
I'm a
mm,
short guy. I don't fit in. My height doesn't fit in. Therefore, my jokes don't fit in. It's him. He's trying to tell his story. This is how I made it in Hollywood or made it anywhere else. You know.
interesting.
So yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, I find him funny. And if you look at guys like Chris Rock, I think Chris Rock is funny. Um,
I think
he's
what you trying to give you giving us the whole list. Calm down.
no, no, no,
Calm
I'm
down.
not, I'm not, no, I'm not giving you yet. I haven't given you the numbers yet. I'm just mentioning. I'm just
Uh,
mentioning. I was gonna say like Chris Rock, he's an angry person, right?
yes.
In generally, he's very angry with life.
Something.
Generally, he's angry about women. He's angry about women. He's angry about relationships. He's just angry. He's an angry guy. He wants to let it out. Like, hear me out.
I'm I'm surprised nobody's mentioned Richard Pryor because I'm looking at this and nobody's mentioned Richard Pryor. So is it because he's not in our time or what? What is it
Yeah,
exactly?
new generation, new generation. We
Ooh,
have to kind of remind the new generation. I bet you how many people can comment here and say they know Richard. How many of you know Richard? I'm just saying. Generation. Someone's gonna say I'm an old man just now.
of course,
Watch.
of course, of course. Okay. Um. Okay. Hold on. Let me look at these comments, man. Damn. So the baby high said, "Sorry, who are you talking about?" Well, we were talking about Kevin Hart because Jesus, this guy spent what 5 minutes talking about Kevin Hart. That's a lot for a short person, isn't it? That's quite a lot, if you ask me. But anyway, it is what it is. Kevin Hart is funny, apparently. So the baby high says our faves. Well, yeah, I'd say who in your mind are you saying? Look, this is the greatest comedian of all time, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? I think it's someone who's
Yeah.
relatable. Yeah. So yeah, she said she thinks it's someone who's Ali Wong as well. She's sick. I've heard this name before. Never really listened to a comedy. Mo Gilligan. That's a good mention. Trevor Noah, and I love that Asian guy that was in People Do Nothing. Who's that?
Who? Aziz Ansari.
Aziz
No,
Azar.
no. Aziz Ansari is Indian. He's Asian also, Indian-ish. Who's that guy? What's his name again? Aziz is funny though. Have you seen
Is it?
Aziz's comedy?
Nope.
Yeah, he's funny. He's funny. He's super funny.
Okay.
I love Aziz. I love Aziz. What was he
Asim.
famous of? I think he was in The Office. No, he was in The Office. Which TV show was it? Arrested Development, maybe?
Okay.
I think
Okay.
so. I think so. Yeah.
Arrested Development, huh? Yeah, never heard of it.
Yeah. You never heard of a
Never
TV
heard of
show,
it.
Arrested Development?
Never heard
Oh,
of
you
it.
should.
Never heard
Google
of it.
it. Google
It.
it.
No, I've never heard of it. I've never watched it. I think I've got
Yeah.
it. And the main guy in it, I know who it is. It's the guy that directed Ozark, isn't it?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
okay.
yes, yes,
Yeah, I've
yes.
got it on my list on Netflix. So one day I'll watch it. One
I
day.
recommend. I highly recommend. I highly
Okay.
recommend.
Milk flavored soda says, "I'll put mine." Wait, actually, the baby high said Asim Chowdhury. Again, I've never heard of Asim Chowdhury. Is he funny? Do you know what I mean? Like
He's funny.
these comedians you're putting up, guys. Yeah. Are they funny because of the jokes they like? Can they adapt? Compared to, I don't know.
But are we only doing American, or are we doing the whole
No,
world?
we're doing the whole world. Whoever you
The
think
whole
is funny.
world.
So now we need to set the criteria here, for the comedians, because
Right.
it's a difficult thing to measure what makes a funny comedian, because it's one is subjective. Like, I think that person is funny because they relate to me or what I guess my culture, what I believe in. So normally you're going to find that humor more relatable and more funny and whatever it is. So are we going to go about
Right.
money who sells shows? Because at the end of the day, we know that the American comedians are more on screen than maybe some other comedians, right? But it doesn't mean they're the funniest, is it? It
Right.
might just mean that they are out there. For example, you see Kevin Hart on everything. Does it mean he's the funniest? No. Yeah. Just wanted to put it. Just wanted to put it there. Everyone, welcome to the Drew Show. Drew, can you start hosting?
Who's saying that? Who's saying that?
The baby eye. So what does that mean? Are you sacking me then? Do you know what I mean? Oh, these lot,
You're fired. You're
Hello.
fired.
Fired me. RB says not all of us were born in dinosaurs era like you two. Wow,
Oh
shots fired.
Jesus.
Damn.
Oh Jesus. She had to. She had to, innit?
What?
The greatest of all time.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the baby high says, the greatest of all time. Favorite Soda says, "Oh, honorable mention: Gabriel Iglesias and Eddie Murphy." How can you put Eddie Murphy in an honorable mention? What is wrong with you? Drew cooked the first and last supper. Wow. Okay, so it seems like we've got comedians in the chat as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so. They should start their own show.
They should. Um, Grew the chicken they served on us as well. Okay, good for you. Grew the chicken. Yeah. Honorable mention: LeBron James cause he's funny as F. He knows what he
LeBron
knows what.
James.
Drew, they are roasting you in the comments. Apparently, they say you know what came first between the chicken and the egg.
Lord Jesus.
Oh, my.
Oh well.
Pete Davidson
Oh well.
as well. I don't know about
Oh
that.
well.
Wantali,
Oh
you're
well.
about to lose your job. Sing it. You're about to lose your job. You're about to lose your job.
You know, one person who's underrated in the stand-up comedy world, maybe not underrated, but I think he just talks the truth. He's an angry person per se, but his anger is based on just telling the truth, what it is, have it what it is. It's his opinion that anyone can relate to, and
Yeah.
sometimes it comes out in a wrong place at a wrong time.
And who is this?
Ricky Gervais. My man. Ricky's just a genius. Do you remember the time he was hosting was it the Grammy? Was it the Grammy or I can't remember. But he just spat it out like everything, just there.
You see these guys in the comments, they're just hitting us with all kinds of names. Guys, come on, we need to get going with this. All right. We'll start from number 5, Drew. You're number 5. Actually, guys, if you want to give us, the guys that are watching, if you haven't subscribed so you can get in the chat, because the chat is subscribers only. We try and keep it clean, keep it cool. So yeah, if you want to get involved, subscribe. Get involved in the chat, guys. Number 5, guys. Who's your number 5? Everybody in the chat, Drew, who is your number 5 and why? If you know one of their famous jokes, you carry on.
My number 5 is Trevor Noah, without a doubt. Trevor Noah is my number 5.
Why Trevor Noah?
Trevor Noah, I can relate to. He's African. The way he grew up is the way we grew up. I can relate to, and I think I like his political point of view. He's not scared. He's like me. I'm not scared to talk about politics at any time, at any particular. I can relate to Trevor quite a lot. I like his kind of humor.
Do you know the Trevor joke I like? Yeah, when he
which one?
When he says you go to South African airports, like you go everywhere else, you go to the Japanese airport, and they're like, "Dun dun." Sorry, this is not racist, but obviously, attention, please. All flights attending, all passengers attending flight 212 to the front, please go to gate 5. Even if the plane is late, we wish to inform all passengers that the flight is late. If you, what did they say? Please go to the alternative gate at gate 115. And then he says South Africa now. First of all.
Right.
Attention, all passengers. Attention, all passengers. Hello. If you are getting on the flight 215 is on the wrong gate. If you must go there, there'll be nothing. And then they leave the mic on and they start talking to somebody else and go, "Hey, I want the chicken. Give me the chicken."
Exactly.
He's the one.
I'll tell you the one that hits home from Trevor. I think it's one of his old ones they did in South Africa, in Joburg, and he was talking about his childhood. Because I also used to have an imaginary friend, and Trevor, he used to have an imaginary friend, and when he went back to visit his gogo, which is grandmother in South Africa, he was trying to tell gogo that, "Hey, I've got an imaginary friend, whatever," and the gogo is like, "Who's that?" It's like, "Who's that?" It's like, "Gogo, can you not see? He's there."
Yeah, I remember that, and he touched on a lot of things in that one joke, because he said, "Look, on the white, obviously he's a mixed child. His father's from Switzerland. Mother is from Soweto, of course, Joburg.
Yeah,
And
Joburg.
I remember when he mentioned this, he said, "Oh, when I on the white side, they're like, oh, that's nice. I go, Dad, I got an imaginary friend. That's nice." And then they go,
Of
you go
course.
to the black side, they're like, huh?
What is that?
What is
It's
that?
witchcraft. Huh? No, but seriously, seriously, I could relate to that because I also had an imaginary friend and I couldn't even tell my grandparents or my uncles or anything because they think
You had
it's.
an imaginary friend.
I did. As a child, I had an imaginary friend. it, it's cool. It's cool to have imaginary friends. It's cool to have imaginary friends.
That boss lay off the.
No, this is even before I even was introduced to anything intoxicating my way of thinking. I was a child. But I had an imaginary friend, and it was fun to have that imaginary friend. But it was a no-no to tell people, you know. So when Trevor came up with that joke, I was just like, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
Apparently, the guys in the
Yeah.
comments say this explains a lot. That's it.
Who's that?
The
RB.
imaginary friend thing explains a lot, apparently.
I still have the imaginary friend, you know, still here.
Okay.
Still here.
I think, look, number 5. So your number 5 is Trevor Noah. Guys, do you agree with this number 5? Yeah, do you agree with it? So Milk Flavor Soda says 5, split between Patrice O'Neal and Aries Spears. Aries Spears is a good imitator. Yeah, he's a very, very, very good imitator.
I concur.
But I'll tell you what, Will Ferrell has that crown for me. Will Ferrell is one of those guys. He does
You
Saturday Night
think?
Live. The guy
You
that does
think?
the imitation, the guy that does the imitation for Jay-Z. The one that
Yeah.
does like perfect imitation. And then obviously you got Jamie
He's
Foxx.
cool. He's
Mm.
cool. he did one for Denzel Washington.
He
That
did.
was funny.
His Denzel one is good. Yeah, you're right.
That was very
Yeah,
funny.
you're right. I remember that.
Oh.
I've just remembered one he did of Katt Williams, man.
Oh yeah. Katt Williams, man. Katt Williams. He made so many enemies right now, though.
Oh yes, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Let's see. So the Baby Hat says he's one of my favorites. I wish I could watch and listen to him all day. I prefer his older stuff. Me too. I prefer older stuff. But then you've got a big audience. When comedians have big audiences, they start to sort of read what everybody likes. You can't just do one thing.
Yeah, you have to develop, you have to grow, and you have to evolve, So he's evolving.
So Milk Favor Soda says it's not an imaginary friend. It's just a dinosaur that sadly died. He keeps his memory with him. Wow. Okay.
Oh, Milk flavored soda is on me. Yeah, really coming for wow. Keep on coming.
RB says that was his first pet. Wow. My number 5 is Eddie Murphy, man. That's my number 5, man.
Eddie, honestly, you put Eddie on number 5.
Eddie is my number 5. Like I said, it's based on, I guess, the time I grew up and what was relevant to me and stuff like that. Eddie Murphy is a funny guy. Don't get me wrong, and he was funny in his stand-up comedy, right? But over time, I'm looking at between the time I was born and now, so in the 90s, 80s, Eddie Murphy was the guy, man. But obviously, my prime years started in the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? So it's obviously going to be biased towards the 2000s.
Hang on. Did you just say your prime years started in the 2000s?
Of course they did.
Now you make me feel like a dinosaur.
You are a dinosaur. What did you think? You were, bruh, when the Air Jordan 1s was there, you were a teenager. When that Coca-Cola advert, the Air Jordan Coca, the first one.
I know. Yeah, I do feel like a dinosaur right now. But age ain't nothing but a number. Aaliyah said it. Bless her soul.
Why would you?
Age ain't nothing but a number.
You mean the person that had her marriage annulled because of her age? Yeah.
I think it was R. Kelly influencing that song, though. It's like Baby, you need to sing this song right now. I know you're 16, but you need to sing this song so the world knows that we're in love, whatever. Age ain't nothing but a number, but I'm still gonna pee on you.
Wow.
I
Wow.
mean, I mean,
Wow. All right.
that's what it
Somebody,
is.
Milk Flavor Soda is coming for me. He says I was 30 in 2000. He says the person's prime is when you're 30. Okay. Let's Google here. What are
He's a
a
person's prime.
person's prime? Let's Google it. Yes, because
Oh.
hey, for women, this occurs on average by 18 to 20 years. For men, typical ages are 20 to 23. The prime
Right,
adult years continue until about 30, 35. Yeah. So
right, right,
so so I was wrong, and so was Francis.
right,
Definitely wasn't my
right,
prime years in 2000. In the two, I mean,
right.
I said the 2000. So technically 2009. Yeah, that's when I was 20. So do the math.
Hang on,
That-
2009, you were 20.
yes, do the
By
math.
2009, I was old
45.
enough.
45.
No, man. Not that old. Not that.
Black don't
Not
crack.
that old.
Black don't crack. Right.
Yeah, I
So
heard. Yeah, I
Francis,
heard.
you were wrong. You were wrong, Francis. RB says nothing new here, nothing to see here, nothing new to see here, people. Just one tally list being trash as per usual. Get lost.
What?
Get
What? What?
hater.
Jesus is love.
He's 30 now. I'm not 30 now. I'm 30 something. I thought we left Robert in 2023. No, we left Robert a very long time ago. Wantali, we're gonna need to see some ID soon. ID, passport, credit report. Hey, we know what your criteria is, the baby high. We know. We know. You don't have to remind us. I'll bet you she's got it at the front of her door as well. If you want to know me, ID, passport, credit report. All credit
Oh
card.
man. Oh man. Oh man. It's getting
Okay,
crazy.
let's carry on. Let's carry on. So, what's your number 4, Drew? What is your number
my
4?
my number 4, I want to say it's Aziz Ansari, but I'm gonna give it to what's his name? Bill Burr. You know that guy?
Who?
Bill. His name is Bill Burr.
This is going to
Bill
be difficult.
Burr. He's a he's
This,
a he's a he's a white skinny guy, very
this is,
loud, angry.
uh-huh.
Yeah,
This,
he's been in some films as well. Um,
I'm gonna start googling these names. Who?
yeah, Bill, Bill,
Bill
Bill, Burr, as
Bill
in
Burr.
Burr. Yeah, he's
Nah,
like he's like an angry white dude who is engaged to a black woman. So his underlying theme is basically on racism, and he's trying to say like,
I know him.
fuck
I
all
know him.
y'all. There's some people who are like me who don't
Uh,
care about
uh,
your opinion about racism. I love him. I love him. He's a genius. That's the
ladies and
guy. That's the guy.
ladies and
That's the
gentlemen,
guy.
Bill Burr. Okay.
He's a genius. He's a genius. I love him. I love him to
Okay.
bits. I
Okay.
love him to bits.
Let's see. Dave Chappelle, apparently. Too Noisy says Dave Chappelle is his number 4. Number 4,
Number
Dave Chappelle.
4. How you put Dave Chappelle number 4, man?
Okay, this is interesting.
I
Number 4, Mark Normand or Bill. Okay, so somebody says Mark.
yeah.
Why are you giving us 2 lists at the same time, Francis? You don't get 2 entries, man. Damn. And he says Bill Burr's jokes. My bad. Number 4 is Mark Normand, not Bill. Okay, he did. Okay. I will
Okay.
check him out. He sounds funny. Okay, very. You see what I mean, Adele? For you, relatable. You see, very
But
relatable.
how do you have a milk flavored soda? A soda that's flavored with milk. Like, hang on a second.
Yeah.
Let's stop there for a second. Hang on a second. I mean, have you
The
ever
guy,
tried to mix milk with juice, with any juice?
Drew, you've been on this for a couple of months now. You're only noticing that this guy's name is Milk Flavor. So, I mean, his previous
No.
name was 1 Minute Man. I think he graduated from that one, but
And now it's 2 minutes.
the guy created an association, the 1 Minute Men Association. I think it died a natural death. I don't know what happened, but there you go.
I mean,
There you go.
2 minutes is an extra bonus, you know? It's like you can go an extra mile. 2 minutes is extra.
Another. And this is the thing for me. Comedians, right? In everyday
Yeah.
life, you can see the example of the story they've given you. Right? I feel like a good joke should last forever. It should be timeless. It should be like one of those that it relates to a lot of things, you know. So, and for me, if a comedian tells me a joke that I can relate to even today, that is a good comedian to me, you know.
That's why I was surprised that you say Eddie. Eddie is like, number 4. Did you say Eddie is number 4 or number 5?
Number 4.
Number 4. I was surprised. I was surprised. Eddie has done some amazing stuff, man. Even up to today, if you watch like Eddie's. And you know what? The joke that Eddie made in the 80s about Stevie Wonder today is relevant because people are starting to suspect that Stevie Wonder can see. Stevie Wonder ain't blind, y'all. I mean, trust me. Eddie made this joke in the 80s and everybody hated Eddie Murphy. In the 80s, I remember there was a wave of people saying, "Oh, why are you talking about Stevie Wonder?" People wanted to punch Eddie Murphy. Why don't talk about Stevie Wonder like that? But right now, everybody is suspecting the guy is not blind because, like,
I mean, listen. I mean, we just discovered that Steve Harvey was wearing a wig during the Steve Harvey show, so that has ruined my childhood because I grew up on that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like with the way. Anyway, we're gonna get to it. Don't worry about it. We'll get to it. Get to it. Bill is great. Number 1, Dave Chappelle story. Wow, why are you skipping from 4 to 1?
That's a huge jump. That's a big jump.
Fully ignored my number 4. That's how you know he's intimidated by my top-notch list. We said Ali Wong. You said number 4, Ali Wong. Remember?
She thinks Ali Wong is number 4.
Number 4, yeah, apparently. And my list is trash, but okay. So, RB says the man that boils his bacon is disgusted by milk soda. Whoa, guys! Oh my God! What's with the shots?
Come on! Leave the bacon story in 2023, man. Don't bring it in 2024. Okay. I mean that. In Chichewa, we've got a saying that says "Manya kalesa nunca." You have to translate that one to that.
Old shit don't stank.
Yeah, there you go.
Old shit don't stank. That's what he said. Oh my gosh. She said, Drew, you're suspiciously supportive of Minutemen. Is this you coming out? They want to know.
I last longer, baby. I last. Don't start. Ask around. My story is everywhere. Ask around. I give you one full day.
Moving along.
I don't play games. I don't play games like that. I don't play games.
You do know that this man's voice is directly in my ear. So when I'm hearing these things, it's going directly in my ear. You know how wrong this sounds?
She started it. I'm just finishing.
Ali Wong is jokes, and she was in my favorite rom-com. For what rom-com is that? For a while until Rye Lane. Okay. I don't know how that didn't make sense. That's a wig, sir. But I definitely vote for you. For you to go to get one on a live. No, thanks. I'm not doing this lineup business so that people can be. Hey, these jokes. What are you talking about? Why are you telling me?
What is she on about?
She said I should get a Steve Harvey wig. Why the hell would I need that? You know what I mean? Is this too rough? Just let me know because I got my hand. I roast back. Don't worry about it. I can roast back. I bet don't smell too.
No, it doesn't actually. It doesn't actually. It doesn't. That's the truth, though. That's truth. That's the truth.
Okay,
It's
okay.
water. It's what water does magic, man. Like trust water.
Yeah. Okay. The baby hat says, to be fair, the more I think about it, about the boiled bacon, I understand. There is no way I'm
There you
boiling
go.
bacon, guys. No
There you
way.
go. You
Pork is
don't
milk.
boil it. You don't boil it. Listen, let me rephrase. You don't boil it. You put a little bit amount of water on a hot pan and you fry the bacon in water. It's not
Okay.
boiling it. It's frying the bacon in water. And scientifically proven, the bacon loses more fat when you fry it in water. The bacon retains fat if you fry it in butter or oil. So it's actually
Mm.
good for you if you fry it in water. It's
Wow.
come
Wow.
on, man.
I'm
Come
sure
on, man.
I'm sure Tyler would be impressed with the amount of water we're talking about here. You know what I mean? Jeez.
Exactly. I think it might be some other different kind of water. Fluids.
I don't know what the
Exchange
hell's
them.
going I don't know what the hell's going on today. Ask around. Apparently, quote unquote, ask around community dick statement. Milk Flavor sort of says, ask around is not a flex. Trust me. Always be my maybe. Ali Wong. Okay. Okay. Who do we ask? That's a good question. Who do they ask? Ask around where? Me, I'm looking
All my
around.
exes, all my
Ex-
exes do research. Do your research.
Create a group chat. Create a group chat.
Exactly.
Maybe it's a fantasy of mine. That's still talking about that hairline thing.
Yeah, I
His
probably.
imaginary friend.
Ooh.
Oh no, no, no! You know this guy just linked two things together. Your imaginary friends with ask around. His imaginary friends can't be asked.
And his name is
No.
John C.
Yeah, yeah. You know, usually people who are lacking milk, men who lack milk from the body, they usually call themselves milk soda
Uh,
because
uh,
they're missing the milk part. I tell you, I've got some remedy
Oh
for you.
my God.
I've got some remedy for you. You know, in Africa we have cassava. If you eat a lot of uncooked raw cassava, it will give you that milk, bro. Oh,
I
oh.
don't. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't even know if I've got a thing for what you just said. Like, it's just, this applies.
Jesus is
This
love.
applies. Okay. Um, the baby high says it's so fatty it creates its own oils. Okay, they're talking about the bacon. Wantali looks
Right?
disgusted by your bacon theory. I fully support it. I used to do
Uh,
this with vegetable instead of oil. Yeah, I get it, but
yeah,
vegetables they don't smack if you don't put them if you don't fry them up a little bit. They
you
don't
have to
slap.
put a little
They
bit of
don't
oil
slap
with the
if you don't.
vegetables.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, you got to fry
Egg,
them.
however, you can do the same with egg, however. You could
Yeah,
do
yeah.
scrambled eggs with water. Yeah, and you have perfect scrambled eggs.
Uh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm good.
bro.
Yeah, I'm good. If they, I'm good. RB says if they're exes, clearly you didn't do a good job, sir. Francis the goat for that job, for that joke, definitely. Poor Wantali, he's questioning his entire existence right now. No, really, not really. Anyway, let's go to
Listen,
number three. Number three, man. Let's go. Who is
what's
your
my number
number?
3?
Yeah, who's your number
I
three?
I listen, I wanna say, ha, my number 3. I actually wrote it down. I was thinking. So my
Hmm.
number 3, I would give it to Kevin Hart. That's my number 3.
Kevin Hart is your
I'll
number
give it to
three.
Kevin. That's my number 3, man. That guy is funny. Let's give it to him. That guy is funny.
Kevin Hart is your number. Why? Because of his.
Let- let-
You gonna learn today. You gonna learn today. What you know about long dick? You gonna learn today.
He's funny. He's funny, dude. Kevin Hart is funny. He's funny. I'll give him number 3. That's my number 3.
All right, all right, all right.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Kevin Hart ain't funny, guys. Kevin Hart is not funny. Sue me. Sue me. He's not funny.
I mean, he has sold out shows, man.
Oh, good
If
for
a
him.
man is selling, if a man is selling out his shows, he is funny. It's like a musician.
Mhm.
Would you say 50 Cent is not good at rap?
He's all right. He's all right. He's all right.
50 Cent is all right.
I mean, look,
Are
yes,
you
he's all right.
kidding me?
He's all right.
50 Cent is
Oh,
all right. Are you
yeah,
kidding me?
yeah, he's all right.
Are you
I like 50 Cent.
kidding me?
I like 50 Cent. Old 50 Cent, yeah. We're talking prime 50 Cent here. Prime 50 Cent was the guy.
Even the new shiz, man. Even the new 50, man. 50 is still on top of his game, man. 50 is still 50.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. No problem.
I've always been a 50 Cent fan, man. I like that guy. I think is he will fade out when he die. That's 50. 50 to me is a he's a legend. He will always be 50,
He's a businessman. That's what he is. He's a
and
businessman.
he's a good rapper too. I mean, who in the hip hop business has ever come up with hooks like 50 Cent? Name one hip hop artist who has ever come up with catchy hooks where everybody, the whole world, Japan to New York to South Africa to Australia, they're
I
all
can give you
dancing to one
I can
song.
give I can give you
Name one
two.
hip hop artist.
I can give you two. Hip
Holla.
hop artists. You said hip hop
Hip hop
artists.
artist, yeah. Who has got the dopest hooks like 50 Cent? Name
Oh,
one.
hip hop artists. Okay, well, that's a
Yeah,
difficult
name
one.
one. Name
That's a
one. Name one.
yeah, no. Hip hop artists, that's a tough one. But if you're just
Name
saying
one who can top
artists,
50. Because 50
if you're
was just
saying
coming like, I'll take you to the candy shop. Everybody bounced to that. And he hits you
yeah,
with another one. Go shawty, it's your birthday. Right? And he hits you with another one. Oh, one baby, it's a little bit. Not a lot, baby girl, just a little bit. Who does that? Who does that in the hip hop game? Nobody.
Lil Wayne is right. Lil Wayne, but
Nah,
not as
man.
much as not as much as 50,
Lil Wayne verses, yeah, verses. You can
but not
listen to Lil
hooks.
Wayne,
Yeah, but not
not
hooks.
hooks, man.
Not no, even Ludacris. No, not Ludacris. Yeah, I know he's
Uh,
underrated, but Ludacris wasn't doing hooks like 50 was, man. 50
nah.
was doing
50
some
was
good.
hitting
Like, come
hard.
on. Till today, you would probably listen to most of the hooks that he did.
50 was
Um,
hitting hard. Your
mm,
number three. What's your number
but
three?
to be fair, Eminem did some pretty sick hooks. To be fair,
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
um,
Some of them people didn't know how to rap them
no,
or sing
that's true.
along to them. Like nowadays, everybody want to talk like you got something to say. When it comes out, when they move the lips, it's
Listen,
but gibberish. Motherfuckers, I like you forget about Dre.
listen. Most of us,
No.
most of when we were younger, we just thought nowadays we're gonna forget about it. That's how you do it. That's how a
I
lot of people were
figured.
doing. Trust me, trust me, trust me,
Oh.
trust me. Okay, my number three is Chris Rock, man. It's Chris Rock. That's my
Mm,
number three. The guy is funny. He's done everything. He's done his own TV show, narrated it, funny. He's done stand up, funny. He's done bloody animated shows. Like he was literally Donkey, and everybody was in Shrek, and everybody was all over him for that. So yeah, I think
I agree.
Chris Rock deserves
I
the
agree.
flowers, man. Of course, he's known for his stand up, but listen, he was in Lethal Weapon, and I had to pay attention to this guy. He played like a guy who was not really he wasn't the main guy, but every time he spoke, you were like, wait a minute, wait a minute, who's this guy? So Chris
Yeah,
Rock for me,
Chris
man.
Rock. Chris Rock is funny. Chris Rock
You know,
is a genius.
he is the guy, man. He is one of the funny guys. I remember when
Have you have you seen his old like when he started like Def Jam comedy, like very
ooh,
like 90s Def Jam comedy. Chris
ooh, I
Rock.
wouldn't, I wouldn't say I
That
remember his old stuff.
that was some crazy Chris Rock time. Like that time was a
To be
yeah
fair, to be fair, a comedian who reminds me of Chris Rock, but is not maybe not on par with Chris Rock, Michael Blackson. Yeah,
Mm.
for me,
Oh
Michael
yeah,
Blackson is
yeah,
another one
yeah,
he's a funny guy, but he wouldn't make my top five, but he's a funny guy. He's like him and Chris Rock have sort of the same type of jokes. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And yeah, he's pretty cool about it. And the one thing about Michael Blackson as well, you will remember his jokes. Like you will remember his jokes. I mean, you know, people said
I
people
mean,
said people said I was when what did he say? When the Lord said, "Let there be lights," I was out of town.
yeah.
People said you're darker than under the bed. I'm like, what the?
Blackson, Michael Blackson, man. Ghanaian dude, but he's doing amazing things in Ghana though. I like Michael Blackson. He's one of the Africans I really, 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 really respect. Like he's doing amazing things. He built a school in Ghana,
Hmm.
big school in Ghana, and all the kids are going there for free. They're not paying anything.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's got a big heart. He's got a big heart. Him and Akon, one of the most Africans I respect.
Oh
like
crap!
on top out there.
RB just check me. She's right. It was Eddie
What did she
Murphy who was
say?
donkey. It was Eddie Murphy, not Chris Rock. You're right about that. Sorry. What role did Eddie Murphy play? Oh no, what role did Chris Rock play in an animated
Chris
show?
Rock played zebra in Madagascar.
In Madagascar. That's what I was talking about. Sorry, not the donkey
Yeah,
role. I was talking about
yeah,
Madagascar. The zebra in
yeah. Chris Rock
Madagascar
was
for
a
me.
zebra.
But of
Yeah.
course, Eddie Murphy killed Donkey in Shrek. But Chris Rock,
Right,
zebra in Madagascar. Come on, man. Come
right.
on now. That's what I was thinking. In my head, I was thinking zebra, but I said donkey. I don't know why. You know what I mean? Jesus. Sorry, people. Yo.
Shies happen.
Fake fan. Apparently, they're like a fake fan. Yeah, get lost. Get lost. Get lost. Chris Rock. Hey, here's one of Chris Rock's punchlines. What you want, a cookie? What you want? What you want? Yeah, brothers will tell you things they're supposed to do. I take care of my kids. You know what I mean?
I like when he was angry and talking about relationship. One of his recent one when he's talking about relationship is like, people don't want to have your woman. I mean, guys will borrow and fuck your woman, but they don't want your woman. That was a good one. That was a hard one. Yeah, because nobody wants to deal with the issues that you're dealing with. You know, they don't want to be.
There was another one on Netflix where he went when he was on a safari. When he was on a safari, and obviously the tracker, every time they stopped, the tracker would find some animal droppings, put his finger on it, smell it, and go, zebra that way, zebra 100 miles that way. And this guy was impressed. He was like, this is crazy. How the hell does he know from an animal shit that this is where the animal is? And then at a certain point in time, he realized there were people taking pictures of him behind him. He turns around and he finds he said he was eating chicken wings, and he finds the tracker. The tracker picked up his chicken bone and said, Black man that way. Obviously, he didn't say black man, but there you go.
I mean, wow. So that was your number 3, Chris Rock, yeah. No, I respect Chris Rock. Chris Rock is alright.
Chris Rock's a guy, man. Chris Rock's a guy. RB says I was thinking about zebra and donkey. I was thinking about zebra, then I said donkey. Look who doesn't know his animals. Well, too bad. I mean, look, just because I'm from Africa doesn't mean I need to know my animals. Yeah, have I seen a zebra in real life? I ain't never seen a zebra in real life.
Hang on a second. You never seen a zebra in real life?
I ain't never seen a zebra in real life. You know
Dude, where you from? Dude, where you from?
What do you mean?
Where you from? Let's stop there for a second. You never seen a zebra?
Dude, I'm from
in real life.
Who doesn't know where I'm from?
Have you seen a giraffe then?
I think so. Maybe when I was a kid.
Like I think so.
I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of snakes, pun intended.
Yeah.
But
I like.
I've seen a lot of snakes, cows, pussycats. I've seen a lot of those. How's that? How's that?
Oh man.
It says you're from Malawi. Put some respect on your motherland's name. I'm from Malawi, B-Town, M-Dub. No, we in the building. In fact, where the hell is that? That's it. B-Town, M-Dub, Malawi, 265. Wantali in the building. You know how it is. Let's see. RB says, don't worry. For your birthday, I'll get you membership at London Zoo. Why the hell? I want to go to a zoo that tells me this is an African animal. It's in London, but it's an African animal. Wow. And exotic species. Okay, boss, how did you get the animal? Well, it was donated to us. Are you sure about that? Are you sure, boss? I ain't going to no
Okay.
London Zoo.
Okay, she's on your
See, you
case,
know
my
how
friend.
embarrassing it is as an
She's
African to go
she
to a zoo. No, no, wait,
a
wait, wait, wait,
zoo.
wait. Wait a minute. Let's go.
What are you doing
Let's
there?
let's circle back
What are
on
you
this.
even doing there?
So
What?
when I go back home, I've been abroad. Where did you go? London Zoo. What did you see? Zebras. They'll look at you like, what the hell is wrong with you, fam? What the hell? Nah, 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 nah.
What
Oh
the
man.
hell? Oh my God, no way.
Listen, I'm an African
Oh
man in London, fine. But the last thing I should be doing is going to the zoo. Let's be honest. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to stereotype things here, but I'm saying that's the
no,
last. Going to
no.
the zoo to see African animals. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a taboo. That's illegal.
Nah,
That's
nah, nah,
illegal.
nah, 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 nah. Let's see,
Oh
let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. Um,
man.
Milk flavor soda says, I think you mean pause, sir. No, I meant pun intended. Pun intended. You didn't get the snake joke, man. What's wrong
No,
with you? And in fact, the fact that you thought that way, my friend.
give him some
Sorry.
cassava. He needs some milk.
Something wrong with you.
He
Wantali is a
needs-
snake charmer confirmed. I know, I rebuff, I refuse, I do not agree. Hey, snake charmer. Okay, but you're African. You're an
Oh,
African in London. Who cares? And you're a Romanian in London. What's the difference? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I
what's
have
the
to?
difference?
Why the
What's the
hell do I have to
difference?
go to a zoo? I don't need to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Zoos are fun.
Oh.
Yeah. Fun for you, boss. Fun for you. London Zoo is an. I'll bet you they've got. I don't know. I've never been there, so I'm not about to start taking shots. But anyway,
I've never been. I've been to zoo once here. I think once or twice with kids, but I'm not really a fan of zoos as well.
I went.
Why should
But
I go there?
to be fair, funny enough, there is a zoo in the middle of a
Mm,
park in London, in a place
mm.
called Golders Green. There's a free zoo. You just walk. You literally get in the park, and then you're walking around. You're like, oh crap, random zoo. You just find like
Well, it's for free.
yeah, it's free. It's like just animals in this cage in a park, literally just
Mm,
there.
mm.
It's pretty cool. Like it's pretty cool to see, but obviously not really my thing. Um, what Bill Flavor Soda says, Wantali, I've seen a lot of snakes proceeds to hoot and howl to hype up what he said. Okay, boss. Okay, boss. You know what I'm saying? If
what
something's
the?
wrong, definitely milk flavor. I mean, your name is milk flavored soda, and you want to be trolling me about pausing stuff, bro? Come on, G. RB says, for
like I
one,
like I say,
hmm,
like I say, the brother needs cassava. I got plenty, I can order you some.
hmm,
Don't cook it. Eat it
R-
fresh.
RB says you need to. RB says, for one, you need to go to the zoo because you don't know your zebras. So there's that. Well, I know my pounds. Is that all right? I know my pounds, euros, and dollars. How about that? How about that? Oh,
Oh.
Francis, you didn't know that Wantali is Wantali's biggest fan. Come on now. Wantali is Wantali's biggest critic. Anyway, let's do number two. Drew, what is your number two? In fact, you guys are not. What you guys are not telling us what your number three is. What's your number
You know
two?
what I mean? My number two is Eddie Murphy, man. I give Eddie Murphy credit.
Hmm.
I still watch his stuff today, like his stand up from the 80s, 90s. I still watch it today. And you know what? Like even Eddie's movies, like come on, man. The first coming to America. Let's talk about first coming to America. Eddie Murphy was the first guy to create multiple characters in a scene.
Okay.
Nobody
You know
talks
what?
about this.
You know what? I've done Eddie Murphy wrong. Just you, but I've done him wrong. I've done him wrong.
I am I am
I
telling you.
I have done him wrong. He should be number three or number two. Yeah, no. He can't be number five. No. Eddie
you
Griffin,
gave
Chris
you
Rock,
gave him number 5.
Eddie Griffin, Chris Rock, and then Eddie Murphy. Yeah.
I give him number 2.
I think we've lost Drew. We've lost Drew. We've lost Drew. You see what you guys have done? See what's wrong with you lot? Milk Flavor Soda says Wantali. He says Wantali is the equivalent to the little girl meme who looked at a bunch of
uh
ducks and said, "Look at all these chickens." Everybody, we've all been there. We've all been there, boss. We've all been there.
Its name is John C.
Howling at this one.
And who say that? Who say that? Who
Definitely
say
not
that?
Francis.
Who say
Definitely not Francis.
that? Yeah, I was saying, Eddie Murphy is the first movie maker to create multiple characters in a scene
Really?
where he's playing different characters, but he's just him. He's the first guy who started that shit. Eddie Murphy. Nobody talks about it.
You're
But
telling me
Eddie
you're telling
Murphy's
Robin Williams didn't do that?
no. Well, Robbie he played Mrs. Doubtfire, which was a character within film, right?
within the
So
film, yeah.
like, he wasn't speaking to himself. But if you look at that barbershop scene in America, that was the first ever in the history of film to ever be created in that sense.
Nah, I gotta give the man his
Eddie's
flowers,
a
man.
genius.
Gotta-
Eddie's a genius, man. Eddie's a genius. Eddie's a genius.
He is a genius, man. Good morning, my neighbors.
He's a genius. It's like, man, you're lying. You never met Martin Luther King. I met Martin Luther King in 1962 in Memphis, Tennessee. See, man woke up, hit my chest, right? I fell on the ground, right? And look up and stuff the king and say, "Oops, I thought you're somebody else." I love Eddie. I love Eddie.
He's got his own money. He's a prince. He's a prince.
Gotta love Eddie.
Yeah,
Gotta love
man.
Eddie.
So RB says my number 2 is Chris Rock. That's a good shout. Milk Flavor Soda says my number 2 is Dave Chappelle. Good shout as well. I know you've been there. Okay. I know. I said everybody's been there. I said no, you've been there. The guy saying,
Wow.
as if it's a French lesson. My gosh. Hey, at least
Milk flavored soda.
At least I don't go bad, eh? Milk flavored soda. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ.
Let's just break down his name for a second. If you remove the K, it will be MI, and then after the F from flavor, it will be MILF. So MILF soda.
I don't know where this is going. I don't know where this is going. RB, I don't know why. RB says, I don't know why you're dragging us as well, sir. It's on you. Well, I mean, if you guys woke up and had zebras outside your house, that's good for you. That's good for you, fam. You know what I'm saying? You do you. Now let me ask you this. How many of you got a zoo in your house? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. So it's not. You know what these guys, the animals you see, dogs, cats, and you're claiming, hey, I know these animals. Get out of here. In fact,
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
In Coming to America, he literally reads what I say and take it as his own. Okay, Wantali in the mind.
So RB thinks that I'm biting from her. No, man. RB, chill. I ain't biting from you. No, man. I ain't biting from you. I ain't biting from you. Come on.
Getting dragged like Man United in the Premier League. Red card. What the hell's wrong with you? To be fair, so Milk Flavor Soda says, to be fair, my girl is older than me. Okay. If we woke up...
There you go. Confession. Milk Soda just confessed. The girlfriend is older than him, so he's actually into that milk soda type of thing. He just it's not me. He confessed it himself. He put it out there himself.
Well, okay. Milk Flavor Soda says, if I woke up with zebras outside, wouldn't call them drunkies. Well, I mean, duh, bro. Duh. I mean, look. Oh my gosh. It's like calling your dog a wolf or calling your dog a lion. You know what I'm saying? Like, who would do that? Honestly.
Mike Tyson had a tiger.
He probably
as a pet.
Probably called it Butch the dog. You know. There
You
you
know, it
go.
was popular that time. Even that guy, the Satanic Bible guy, what's his name? Anthony Sazandar Levar or
Mhm.
LaVey, what his name? Yeah, he also had a tiger, two tigers, like, in fact, keeping them as dogs.
So he didn't. He thought one wasn't enough. He thought maybe let's do two.
Yeah,
Mad,
yeah, he had two
mad,
tigers. He had two tigers. It was a weird guy though, that guy.
mad. My
Oh.
number two. My number two is Dave Chappelle, man. Dave Chappelle.
Your,
Sure. Yeah.
your number two is Dave Chappelle.
Yes. Well,
Wow,
he's
wow.
yeah. Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy. To be fair, Charlie Murphy
Yeah.
was funny.
Oh,
Rest in peace,
Charlie
Charlie
Murphy
Murphy.
was funny.
Charlie Murphy was funny. What screenplay that is? I don't know about stand up, but screenplay. Oh my gosh, this guy was. Oh, he was good. He was
Eddie Murphy. His whole family is very funny. From his
good.
father, his uncle, they're super funny people. They're just you. Have you heard of Uncle Ray?
No.
Uncle Ray is the guy that made Eddie Murphy. Basically, he was the guy that was like coaching him and giving him like go this way. Go. The Uncle Ray used to be like the guy who was dancing at family reunions, whatever. He was funny, but he didn't make it. So
Ah.
yeah, his whole family is very funny. They're funny people. They love jokes. Like they're
It
just
helps. It helps to have a funny family. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
right. It also helps to have a milk family.
Mm. Chris Rock is rolling in his bed right now because one of his fans thinks he played the role of a donkey in a movie and around a green ogre. Well, what's he gonna do? Slap me? You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think so.
you didn't
They're
get
still trying to attack you with a donkey zebra thing.
it. Yeah, you didn't get it. Okay, let's carry
Oh.
on. Um,
Oh.
ah, God.
Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay,
Okay.
ay.
Number one, guys. Number one. Before we do number one, Chichewa word of the week.
Mm.
What is the Chichewa word of the week, Mr. Drew? If you know, otherwise I'll come up with one.
Nkaga.
What?
Nkaga.
Gaka.
Nkaga.
Gaka. Okay, so now the Chichewa word of the week is gaka, which is milk.
I, I
So
had a reason. I had a reason for choosing that one. I'm not letting
yeah.
the milk thing go.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I'm saying usually when somebody gives themselves a name, it's coming from some sort of insecurity. So this man is lacking some milk in his body. So we need to help. Please, anyone who is watching the show,
Ah.
donation, donation. We need some cassava supply.
Well, you know what? At least milk flavored soda got my joke. He said, "Where there's a will, there's a slap."
There's a way.
No, there's a slap. No, there's a way. There's a slap. Where there's a will, Will Smith. I can see why your list is questionable. Where
Right,
there's a will, there's a slap. Come on, man. That's some good. That's
right,
good.
right.
That's good. So what's
Oh,
your insecurity in naming yourself Panda? They're asking you here.
what's my insecurity? Panda. Well, I'm also a small guy. I'm not a big guy. I'm a small guy. So pandas are like big, right? So
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
no, fuck it. I'm a big guy, but
Lies being told here. We do have
I-
your Instagram. All of us. We've got it.
you
Yeah.
do.
So
I am actually a panda. I am actually a panda. I'm huggable too. Ask around.
here comes that ask around thing again. Um, Drew, RB says, Drew, just assume we don't know people. Just assume we don't know people born in 1800 BC. Okay. No,
Yeah,
no, no, no,
yeah.
no, no. Okay, so let's get to it. Number one, chat. Who is your number one comedian of all time? So let's start with Mr. Drew. Who
All right. Mine is Dave Chappelle, man. No doubt about that.
Damn.
Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle. There will never be anyone like Dave Chappelle. There will never be any stand-up comedian today in the whole world who can say I've achieved what Dave Chappelle achieved.
This is true. On his achievements, it's just unmeasured. He's leading the way,
He's
to be honest.
he
Oh,
is leading the way in most. You know, his show, the Chappelle Show, is the most selling show in the stand-up comedy world ever.
wow, wow.
Yeah, he made lots of money, even though they screw him over afterwards. But he made
Yeah,
tons of money.
and I get the argument that the guys have in the chat. Their number one is Eddie Murphy. So both RB and Milk Flavor Soda number one. Oh no,
Yeah,
sorry. Milk Flavor Soda said Eddie Griffin. I don't know.
Eddie Griffin.
Eddie Griffin is good, but
He's alright.
is he Dave Chappelle good? Like he's brilliant. Like one of my favorites.
Nah, he's not Dave Chappelle brilliant. He's not Dave
So,
Chappelle brilliant.
so RB said my number one is Eddie Murphy, and Milk Flavor Soda said Eddie Griffin.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. Milk Flavor Soda says I asked around, and even Stevie Wonder saw all these exes. Oh my god!
Listen. Have you seen that clip? Have you seen that clip? Have you seen that clip at the awards or something? I don't. Was it a Grammy or something? Somebody did something on stage, and the first one to react was Stevie Wonder, even though what they were doing on stage wasn't audible. It was an action.
Wasn't it the
It
story
was an
that? Go on, sorry.
Yeah, it was an action, and then there was another one where he's sitting in this. What's this guy's name? He has this car, and he brings in artists. They sing along to a song, and they drive around town. What's his name? This guy.
Oh,
I've just
it
forgotten his
was
name.
James Corden. Is it James
Yeah,
Corden?
yeah. And there was a point where someone was waving, someone that they knew was waving, and even though the guy was driving didn't say anything, Steve Wonder waved back. Like, what the hell? How did you?
I mean, your sense. They say your senses get heightened. Have you ever closed your eyes and had somebody in front
Nah,
of you?
man.
You feel it,
Nah, man.
man.
Nah, man. Nah, man. Nah, man. Ray
Maybe,
Charles was
maybe,
blind. Ray Charles was blind. Stevie Wonder? Nah, man. That guy can see, man.
maybe he's on some
That,
daredevil. Maybe he's on some daredevil thing, man. Where he can, his senses are heightened, bro.
have you seen how that guy looks like every time? Like, he must have some really serious makeup artists and people who can dress him well. But at some point, even his comments, you hear him say, like, I look good, don't I? I'm like, how do you know, dude? How do you know?
Okay, I don't
How
know
do you
how
know?
close. So RB says, how do you feel someone waving at you? I don't know how close that person was. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're waving
Nah,
at
man.
somebody,
If you're blind, you're blind. The only thing you're seeing is darkness. You don't see anything. You're blind, you're blind.
god
You
damn,
know, Ray Charles. Ray Charles had this thing where he was touching women's hands, whatever, to see if they're beautiful or not, whatever. Stevie Wonder compliments women like you're beautiful, even without.
guys, I'm not getting into this. Steve
Let's go,
is
let's
blind.
go.
Steve is blind,
Nah.
just like the glove didn't fit OJ. Okay, this is getting controversial now. Guys, so your number one is Dave
Oh,
Chappelle, yeah?
my number one is Dave Chappelle, man. Dave Chappelle, my
Jeez.
number one.
Give us a popular Dave Chappelle line, man. What's a memorable Dave Chappelle line? I think we've lost him again. We've lost him again. Here he is.
Jeez, I keep logging out. I don't know what's going on.
It's the excitement. You keep going. My number one is logged out. Give us a Dave Chappelle line. I think I remember the crack baby one. Like I gotta feed my kids or something. That story he was talking about. He saw a kid, like a baby, in the hood, and he's like, "What are you doing, man? You should go back. You should go home." You know what I mean?
I think my favorite one was doing when we was doing what's his name, Rick James. I'm Rick James, bitch. And Rick
cocaine's a hell of a drug.
He was just slapping everyone. Charlie Murphy, come here. Just slap him across the face.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Cocaine is one hell of a drug. That was my favorite, man. Rick James, and actually, Rick James is like that. He's an idiot. Did you
This
see at the BET what Rick James did? He's Rick James. Rick James will
man.
come to the microphone and he would say that anytime. And Dave Chappelle just gave a full description of what Rick James was, and that was yeah.
Oh man. Bill Flavor Soda says, "Have you seen his beard? Have you seen his beard? That man is definitely blind." Stevie Wonder, apparently. Stevie is blind, just like the glove that didn't fit. Okay, I saw that one. Says, so I wish I had more thumbs up so I can give those titties 4 thumbs up. Oh my gosh.
So Milk Flavor just came up with the sarcasm, man. Like, he's like, "Have you seen his beard?" I mean, obviously, what kind of makeup artist is spending that much amount of time to shave him? To shave him like that. Bro, let's stop for a second. Like,
So this you're telling me that this guy doesn't have relatives? Yeah, is that what you're saying, guys? He doesn't
oh
have
man,
people. He doesn't
oh
have
man,
carers. Why are you acting like you
oh
don't live in
man,
Europe, guys?
nah man,
Why are you acting
nah
like you
man.
don't? You don't? Huh? Have you seen his
No,
beard? Well,
no
maybe he
man,
has.
nah man.
Maybe people dress him up well, man. What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, Steve has got that kind of money, but still, man, still, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm,
My
mm-mm,
number one
mm-mm.
is Mr. Controversial. You know what?
Who?
You know that shit I gave you last week, brother, is nothing. It's nothing. This shit right here, this shit right here, this shit here, this shit called death. You mean if I smoke this shit, I'm gonna die? No, man. You
Katt
smoke this shit, you ain't
Williams,
gonna hear
Katt
shit.
Williams. I mean, I was gonna say Katt Williams, but Katt Williams also is like he attacks people quite a lot, and I think to me, I didn't give him the top 5 because of that. I think he's got a personal vendetta with everyone. He's
You know,
out to get everyone.
you know what I like
Like,
about Cat.
chill.
You know what I like about Cat
Yeah.
Williams. You know what I like about him. He can.
Mm,
I get
mm.
that part. He attacks everyone. I actually like that about him. He's like, I don't care. I'll just say what I want to say. That's what comedy is about. Say what you want to say, but make it funny.
True.
You know. Oh God, he's gone again. Yeah. So for me, Cat Williams is the guy because, yo, that guy can turn a serious conversation funny real quick. You know what I mean?
My phone is acting dodgy, man. That's my phone acting dodgy.
Exactly. I mean, this guy has been on Wild and
Mm.
Out and he's killed it. You know what I mean? He's been on so many tink tink jokes. You see? The tink tink joke. I'm not even gonna make that joke right now. I'm not gonna make. For me, it's the full package. It's like, oh, brothers will be in a Chrysler 300, acting like it's a Phantom until a Phantom pull up. It's like, no, brother, the Chrysler 300. You know, yeah, no, it's something about your pussy that's attracting ain't shit brothers.
Wow.
Even it's like you be looking at it's like you know those type of women who go, you messed up my self-esteem. It's esteem of thyself, you know. And he goes, you know, some of you women be out here looking at your high school pictures, blaming the baby, going, look what you did to me.
But I think I want to take this opportunity to mention another guy, man. Russell Peters, the guy from Canada.
Oh yes, that's right.
Russell
Honorable
Peters is a
mention.
funny guy. He's a funny
Honorable.
guy.
That's right. Honorable
Like,
mention.
hands
Russell
down,
Peters.
hands down.
Yeah, man. And
hands down, hands down.
In this list, Bernie Mac. You know what I mean? Bernie Mac.
Exactly,
Another honorable
exactly.
mention. To be honest, because
Mate,
me, Bernie Mac, the only a few that I like, but Bernie Mac's a guy. He's still a funny guy. Russell
yeah,
Peters,
man, he's so
definitely.
rest in peace.
I know, man. Russell Peters, Jeff Dunham is another one. You know
Yeah.
yeah, that guy is funny as well. I know he's not the guy, he's not playing his own character, but the guy uses puppets and makes you laugh, like, you know what I mean? So come on.
Definitely.
Yeah. So Mr. Katt Williams attacked the whole industry. Yeah, he attacked
Well, he
the
did.
whole industry. Yeah,
Everyone.
Yeah, so
Everyone.
people have been responding. Kevin Hart said no. What did he say? Kevin Hart said no. Deal with your anger. Here's my new movie. He talked about Harvey refusing to give Harvey Weinstein head, and then he said there were two actors. There were three actors, and two of them also made it. But he said, "I said no. What did you guys?"
I mean, listen. It was only a matter of time, because right now everything is just coming out to the open. There's a wave of like the truth is coming out. We didn't know that TD Jakes was hanging out with P Diddy until now. I mean, that shit's crazy.
the memes that came out. The thing is, like, when I saw that, call me crude or whatever it is. When I saw that, I was like, all you guys that always go back and reference these type of guys, like, yo,
right.
TD Jakes, this and that. Sometimes don't believe in the messenger, but the message, because a lot of people are following the messenger,
right.
So then, come on, man, the messenger.
But I always had a like my radar up for like TD Jakes. I wasn't really sure about TD Jakes. Every time I see him, I was like, this character, some going on. There's one boy who came out as like, yeah, I went to TD Jakes, and TD Jakes was like, oh, tell me more. It's like, what do you like so that I can pray for you? What kind of women do you like? What kind of
You see? Oh man. Honestly. We lost you for a second. So
I did.
TD Jakes he's a madman. But yeah, no, I honestly, for him, for Katt Williams to say that Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer can't do live shows anymore, for him to say just to say that Kevin Hart was an industry plant, to say that Ludacris had to cut his hair for the movies, there's a lot that he said. If you haven't checked it out, go and check it out. Honestly, it's mad. He said they went to an Illuminati meeting,
Yeah.
No, it was mad. It was
mad. The good thing I like about Katt Williams, though, is he's not owned by anyone. That's the good thing I like about Katt Williams. Like, anything that he's all his shows, any material that's out there, he owns that shit.
That's right.
That's a cool thing I like about Katt Williams.
That's right. He once said
the rest of them are industry cats,
He once said, everybody's saying weed is a drug. That ain't a drug, but if you happen to set it on fire, there are some effects. If you take 15 of them painkillers, that'll be your last headache. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Let's see. So this whole Bernie Mac thing, RB says that's because their lists are trash. Your list was barely recognizable. Your list can't even make it on notes. It ain't gonna suffice. The ink gonna disappear. Do you know what I'm saying? The notes ain't gonna be noting. Milk Flavor Soda said Luda made a diss track. I need to go listen to this. What's the diss track called? He says it's sick. Some of your favorite celebs will be exposed. I hope you're ready. Yeah, well. Sorry, I fell asleep there for a minute because Drew was talking again. Wow. Sorry. How are we going?
It's not my case.
Can everybody see Drew using his phone like an old man? Do you know what I'm saying? Like a parent.
I'm trying to swipe. I'm trying to swipe this thing,
Making faces like, how do I with two hands as well?
But honestly, I was gonna say that Katt Williams on Ludacris, though, he has a point, though, because Ludacris, I've always doubted. Certain hip hop artists that don't look hip hop. Do you remember Chingy? Chingy, who did I like it when you did it like that. I was like, that boy too pretty.
but Drew throwing his first ever gang signs. All right, people. You know what? We're gonna cut it right there. But Jesus, he's in his 80s. Allow him. Okay. It's more of a freestyle. Actually, it was on the clock app. Okay, I'll check it out. Ludicrous, huh? But yeah, if you haven't checked out Katt Williams, it's very interesting and refreshing to see because for a guy to go and do an interview on a podcast and still be funny, come on now, you know what I'm saying? So if you're watching this later, give us your list in the comments. Let us know what how our lists were our lists good or were they trash? Don't listen to RB. She talks a lot of shit. But Mr. Moyo Panda, aka Drew. Thank you for coming on, man. Thank you for you guys who are in the comments. Everybody watching this, thank you for watching it. Remember, hit the like button, man. It's 2024. Let's start this with a bang. Next week, IG Live. Next week, we're gonna be on IG Live, so don't worry, we're gonna be doing that. Apart from that, guys, have a good night. God bless all of you. I hope you have all your your New Year resolutions and whatnot. Let's do this. Let's make 2024.
I only got one resolution. I only got one resolution in this new year. I'm exchanging a lot of fluids. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Good night, people. Take it easy.